Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wiregrass Haunts. This is your host, Mr. Stan Fikes, and I've got an awesome treat for everybody. I have a special co-host for tonight. He actually is airing his inaugural show on the web network tomorrow night. It's called The Work. Mr. Leon Wilkes. Leon, are you with me, brother?
Oh, yes. Thank you for having me to co-host with you tonight.
Absolutely. Brother, are you ready for your show tomorrow night?
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. I get to sit here and have fun, basically chit-chatting with my mentor. So tomorrow's going to be great. I got a good lineup for the next couple of months for y'all too. So I can't wait to get the ball rolling.
Great, me too. And it's I've sat back and I'm going over some stuff on the network, and I'm like, all right, the work's coming, and I've got a bunch of people asking me, what's this, the work? And then, I'd explain it to them. So I'm really stoked about that. That's going to be a great addition to the web network family. And we're just going up from here. I mean, we have just a whole bunch of people that's taking interest in everything that we're doing. So that's a positive thing.
Well, yes, it is positive. When people see good people putting out good and quality entertainment, just like you and Teresa, y'all are really good people. People do notice that, and they do want to recognize that, and I can see this becoming a bigger thing than what it is now. So yes.
Oh yeah, I hope so. Honestly, it's starting to blossom up, so I may have to get a little more help.
well, that is that is your treat. You know, as more and more, when you get more and more room to grow, and as you grow, you can only have to assume that you'll have to get more people to come into the trenches with you and actually help you.
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's like I said, it's just up from here. So, we have an awesome show tonight. We have a great guest, and Leon, I know you're friends with him.
Yes, he's a really dear friend of mine.
Mr. Jeffrey Vaughan from Middle Goergia Paranormal Society, and also Ghost Hunts at the Crime and Punishment Museum.
Yes.
I mean, I've never met the man, but I will. Trust me.
Yes.
I'm going to the museum one day, real soon.
I tell you, the first time I ever met Jeffrey, he contacted me to help him on a possible demonic case. And that's where we met, and our friendship, we developed a really good friendship, and to the point to where when it comes to any kind of residential cases, that is demonic in nature, he calls me, and I help him out like when I can at the Crime and Punishment Museum. The Crime and Punishment Museum is a really, really neat and interesting place. I've been there many, many times, and I've seen many paranormal teams and groups and paranormal enthusiasts, go into that place skeptical and coming out a believer. I have never known anyone to come out of that place that didn't have some kind of evidence. So I would highly recommend, Stan, that you and your group take the trek down there or over there, let's put it that way, and actually visit the Crime and Punishment Museum. I promise you that you will come out. You will never be the same again. Let's put it that way. It is a great place, and it's got so much activity that I can't even start to fathom. Me and my group went to the Hell's Bar Dam, And the Hell's Bar Down has a lot of activity, but nothing, and I mean nothing, like Crime and Punishment Museum. That jail has so much activity going on in that place. I promise you one thing, Stan. When y'all go, if y'all come out with no evidence, I will give you my whole paycheck.
Oh. I got to prove to you I ain't got no evidence right now.
That's right.
All right. Well, do you want to let's try to call Jeffrey and get him on? If you kind of want to entertain everybody, I'll see if I can't get him on the hook.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. When it comes to Jeffrey, he is a top-notch guy. I've known him for several years now, and he is one of those rare people that you can trust with your life, and I am so thankful and honored to be a part of co-hosting with Stan, so I can sit there and talk to my friend.
This is Jeffrey Vaughan.
So yeah, very very, and I just want to shine light to Jeffrey Vaughan and his Crime and Punishment Museum.
Awesome. Jeffrey, are you with us?
I am. Here I am in the flesh.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Just fine. So how you doing,
raining
buddy?
Here in Georgia, I guess, it's a rainy weather, so.
It's started raining?
Cold. Yeah, it's raining and it's supposed to start getting cold, so.
I didn't know that it started raining, and I'm sitting here in my office and I'm just oblivious to the fact.
Everybody, please welcome Jeffrey Vaughan to the show.
Thank you.
Sorry, we were kind of confused tonight. This is the first night that they knowingly dropped a commercial in our show, so we had to adjust, and which is okay. We got it taken care of, and so that's the.
I hope it wasn't me.
No, it was our platform Spreaker. They dropped the commercial, which is fine. That's part of their job. So, but I'm glad we finally got you going there and got you on the show.
Yeah, me too.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. Well, I'm 51. I've only been doing paranormal investigations for about 5 years. Well, it's been actually it's just we just passed our 5-year mark in December. We formed Paranormal Society in Middle Georgia. Started out in the graveyard and started seeking around to some locations, and we were getting ourselves into these locations, and after about a year of doing it, we got into the Crime and Punishment Museum, and the very first night there was November of 2014. On the very first night there, it was just we had 3 loud knocks that came from Death Row's wall, and there was no one in the building except for me and the gentleman that was with me. And we went outside to verify. So from that first night there, I was kind of hooked on the Crime and Punishment Museum, and in the last 5 years, I've met some good people along the way, such as Leon, and I've had the opportunity for him to help us on cases. And I don't portray to be anything I'm not. I don't. I'll tell people from the beginning. I'm new at this, and I guess even if I was doing it for 10 years, I'd still be new at it. Because you learn so much. You think I'm getting to know this a little bit, and then it'll switch up on you, and it's like, wow. And so, it's just for me. I was a skeptic at first. Something happened to me in the state of Utah. I was living out there off and on for 10 years, and I had something that woke me up in the middle of the night. It was very dark mass. It was right over me. It blocked my light from the kitchen, and I looked and I, kind of sat up and it just kind of went away. And it was like, I know what I saw. And so I even got up and looked under the bed, opened the closets, looked all throughout the place. And the next day, it was on the advice of somebody from my job, go through the house and pray and ask it to leave. And I ain't never done nothing like that. And I got the Bible open in my hand, and this was an old house that had been converted into apartments. There was 2 apartments upstairs, and the landlord lived downstairs. And so I started from the back of the apartment, and asking it to leave. And as soon as I went through from the bedroom into the living room area, the window on the right-hand side just slammed shut. And that window is kind of hard to open and close because it's kind of an old place. And it scared the bejesus out of me. So I took off down the stairs. I know the landlord heard me coming, and because the stairwell goes right over her kitchen. I'm pounding on her door, and I'm like, "You got something in your apartment, or you got something in this place?" She goes, "There's nothing here." And about 2 weeks later, I had somebody that seemed, I had a friend stand over, and her daughter was on the couch, and we were in the bathroom just talking and stuff, and all of a sudden this little girl, she's 5 years old, she sits up screaming, "Mama, mama, mama, mama." She goes, "There was a man right there." And I didn't even tell him about, what I had experienced. And so she goes, I'm gonna go in here and lay with her and get her calm. It's okay. And so I went on to sleep, and they're waking me up at 4:30 in the morning and telling me, "We're leaving." I said, "What's wrong?" She goes, "Your door just opened by itself, and the security chain caught it. And no one has access to the upstairs except for the little lady downstairs, and she ain't gonna come up there." And so that kind of frightened them a little bit. And it was about a month later, I was cooking burgers for a friend, and they had she was sitting in the living room, and she screamed. I thought she had cut herself. And I stepped in there, and she goes, there was somebody just walked right behind Curtis and walked right in that wall right there, like where my closet was. And I'm like, "Oh my God, this is crazy." So it kind of made a believer out of me, And so I was a little bit more open-minded, starting to do these graveyard things. And one thing led to the next, and now we've been with the Crime and Punishment Museum for about 4 years now, and loving every minute of it. We stay really busy there. We consider it, we boldly state that this is